Sploof. That's about the sound of exploding ink. And these be my former chronicles, right here, and here, and there, behind my ear, and, well, pretty much all over. No, they're not tattoos. No, I didn't swat some exotic bug on my face, and for the last time, no, I'm not really the bestest of bestest buddies with some secret imp in my closet. Lard Flop says I'll find that funny once I've left the monastery, but I have my doubts. It's been 2 long, cold, wet, and miserable weeks now since my journal turned into so much splatter. I didn't even know words once written could do that. Oh, my prose, so beautifully crafted, despite the mundanity of my isolation, that it scoffed even at my old man's attempts to edit it. What would that bookworm know of the trials and tribulations of my youth? For him, coming here was a choice after he got to live. Here decay I, suffering the rules and regiments of this candle-plagued lair of books, the ill humours of these short-sighted and atonal monks, carrying my heartfelt angst at having no memory of being held close to my mother's bosom. Well, beyond that vague memory of being vigorously shaken from that sour but vaguely sweet odour of bile? All those memories, all those moments, lost like tomes in the repository, all for the giggles of some demon-spawned fool who thought it funny to sabotage my lifelong work on my autobiography. 20-something years. Well, near enough lifelong. I did not date those first scribbled masterpieces, obviously, but clearly I was fond of the pen from a young age, and 'twas where I stored my knowledge of the arcane. Oh, tosh! I doubt I'd have been one to hold back my brilliance, simply to cater to the fragile egos of other 2-year-olds too busy obsessing over their diaper contents. And neither am I one now to let near-permanent cerulean blue scarring deter me from my writings, even if it happened twice. Even if my mouth was open, how was I to know that it was the ink sabotaged and not the book? And even if my now Bluetongue and I are haunted by Impsquirt jokes for the rest of our days, I'll throw it in their faces yet. Just you wait and see. I did realize, however, that it might be wiser to keep my cantrips and journals in a book less likely to have been tampered with, and less recognizable as my own. Say, perhaps, in a text from the personal collection of someone of a certain eminence, such as a head librarian, Lothier. This tome here was appropriately musty, that I can be sure no one would miss it, appropriately dusty, that I might know it hasn't been tampered with, and the crisply burnt cover appropriately illegible, that no one would recognize it. Varna's infinite variable, or some such. No, wait, I'll dust it off. Victor's Infallible Emporium, maybe? Can't quite make it out. Maybe somewhere in the first few pages. Yeah, let's have a peek. Well, so now I know what a gizzard is, and how to extract it from a still-living centipede. Some of these illustrations are needlessly grotesque. I might pull those out later. No? Have it your way. Fortunately, there's a good deal of empty pages scattered throughout. Well, not empty as such. Is this white paint? Did somebody censor you? Oh, I feel your suffering. Don't fret it. It scratches off. It'll take time. I'm pretty sure there's quite a bit more to discover underneath. Still, it looks to be enough space to store at least a few months' worth of entries. The ink really settles in and spreads out in thin spidery lines as you talk. The pages seem to just drink right up the words. They don't they? It was a right torment getting this thing to open, though. I cut my finger something awful on the latch. Cursed if only it weren't so hard to open, and voila! Like I had a wish stored right up my sleeve. Well, just in case I have any more I don't know about. I wish I could get out of this miserable place, be notorious across the lands, and fabulously wealthy. You get 3, right? Damn, I should have wished the ink off my face instead.